What's up, guys? It is Will here, back again for another episode of Collector's Mingle. We have a great Avengers level, beautiful, epic, talented, amazing, awesome, beautiful panel. Epic, all the good words, all the adjectives. Guys, we got a lot of fun topics to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the best Hot Toy releases of Q4 2022. There have been a lot of them. As people have stated, we are in a little bit of what some describe as a storm. So we're going to go over sort of everything from Q4 and what our favorites are so far. Also talk about what figure surprised you the most, good or bad, in hand, because sometimes figures are better in hand. Usually they are. Sometimes they're worse. Not always, but we're going to talk about surprises. We're also going to talk about the Mandalorian line. Mandalorian comes back in March. Really excited about that. We're going to talk about whether that's the best Hot Toys line of all time. Of course, Last of Us. I posted a Last of Us reaction today. Really excited about that show. Not sure how much the panel is going to be able to want to talk about it, but it's going to be fun nonetheless, guys. A lot of other fun stuff. We'll adjust the chat, do a lot of cool stuff. So stay tuned. A lot of cool, fun, amazing things with this Avengers level panel coming right at you. Let's roll the intro. Yo, what is up, guys?
Hey,
look at this beautiful Avengers level panel, man. Come on now.
I love that. Can I just say how much I love that damn intro, man? Every time I hear it, if I'm on with y'all or watching the replay, I'm like, that intro's fire.
Makes you want to move.
Even got a good vibe.
a little bit. Man.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm happy to have you back, Mario, and of course, happy to have Leal as always, and of course Riley, who's always out at BJ's. So on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
And now he's not. He's actually here giving BJ's. So
yeah,
that's,
totally.
that's what he does. So
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know.
Of course.
So anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us this evening. It's going to be a fun show. We got a lot of fun topics. We're going to do a lot of fun things. And of course, let's address this beautiful Avengers level panel. Mr. Mario El Professoro, Beard God. Dude, your display is looking beautiful as always. Now you have a table in there. So I don't know what
I've got a table, man. I've got a table. This is the same table that I used to unbox this Daenerys back here. So it's been sitting here for the longest time. I just got to find time to clear it out, and yeah, so y'all can look at the rest of the display.
And now you're showing off your technology on the screen.
Flexing.
I can see that Mac.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro?
I wonder.
Lael, come bro. He's got a Mac that works, Lael. So his is, Lael's going to be upgrading soon. So.
Yeah, bro, I upgraded from a 2012 MacBook Air, man. This was long overdue, bro. So yeah. Okay. It's been a long time in the making, but I'm happy with it, man. I love it.
Yeah. Well, happy to have you here, man. So it's going to be a fun one. Man. Yeah, man. It's going to be a fun one. Mr. Leia 16 Scale, man. How you doing this evening, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, bro. I'm here. No, man. I mean, it's been a real busy weekend, bro. We had what did we do last night? We had a friend of ours, Vinny, as a matter of fact. Vince. Not Vinny, not Vinny. Our friend Johnny. He had a early holiday party. So we went over his house yesterday and spent the evening there. It was pretty good. Nice. Yeah, I didn't do collector's lounge today. I was like, nah, it was too much going on. I was like, I'm not doing it this week. And yeah, we just got up early this morning and just went around, getting some stuff and, just hanging out. It's the way it is, bro. You know how it is.
Yeah,
so
that's how the
just looking at what's going on, what's coming up. I got a notification. It was crazy because I got a notification that on Tuesday, I guess supposedly the final payment and everything in shipping for Hunter. So a lot of people actually got their notification for Hunter. So it's just it's weird. That notification. Then I got not a notification, but an email went out that from Underground Toys Ray that on the 12th of December, that's when the Hydra Stomper and Cap is scheduled to ship. So yeah, so it's a lot. Like that's what I'm saying. Like right now, like there's a lot happening, bro. Like a lot that's happening right now. So it's gonna be.
It is, bro. And Leia, I'm sure you probably saw. So it's really interesting what's been happening with Loki because Sideshow's been getting everything like first batch really early, but then Loki they sent out a delay email, so it's still gonna come this month, I think. But they didn't even do a first look unboxing yet, and then like they sent out a delay email for Loki, but everything else they're getting. So I'm not sure what happened.
There's a delay email.
Yeah, like there was a delay email sent out from Sideshow about Loki saying it's been delayed. I think they're just saying it's not going to show up in November. Now it's going to show up in December, obviously. But still, there's no first look for him. Like there's it's been really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, everything is pretty much scattered everywhere because, again, which we've known is that they're getting everything in batches right now. Like that's just pretty much what they're doing. They don't want to say that, but that's exactly what they're doing. So, Yeah, bro, it's pretty weird right now. Shit. The way stuff is actually happening right now, it is really, really weird. But we can't say we didn't know.
That's true.
It's gonna,
That's
you
true,
know.
man. And
you
hey,
know,
there'll probably be
Riley's
another drop after the show. So.
Yeah, Riley's been giving us some like warnings and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You know, I've been talking
right.
in the back rooms. Yeah, I know stuff.
Yeah. Notre Dame of collecting.
Yeah, we might. We definitely might get a drop tonight. Who knows what it may be.
Yeah.
I just know that White Vision. I'm just waiting for them to get
man.
Looks good.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last week was all Marvel. I mean, what's next? All Star Wars this week?
Ooh, we gotta get Hunter tonight, baby.
Hunter's first, man.
And it could be crazy, Mario. I didn't even realize, I guess before they're trying to get everything out before Chinese New Year. Like, I didn't even realize that Shang-Chi was so soon, because Shang-Chi on Sideshow is January to March of 2023. So that I thought that was Q2. They moved it up apparently. So maybe that's another one they're trying to get out before the Chinese New Year, and they're just trying to pump everything out. So
I don't think
that'd be cool to get for the New Year, man.
You don't think so, Leo?
No.
I mean, I hope so, bro. I hope so, man.
I really don't think they're going to do it. I think that one's going to be delayed because because it's just like they delayed Cyborg to January, March. They're going to delay that one. Like I really believe they are. So. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Hopefully we get Wenwu and Shang-Chi, because I need those, man. I need those. But Riley, dude, it's a Sunday, bro. What are you doing?
I'm here. I'm here, dude. I got I was previously scheduled, but one worker was like, "Oh, I want to take shifts," and I was like, "Okay, take mine," because I need a Sunday off. I've been having a busy week, so I was like, "I'm gonna take it off." I got some dinner from my mom. Shout out to mom, and I've just been chilling out, excited for the show tonight, and I'm on Collectors Mingle Sunday night. Let's go, man.
Thanks, man. We're happy to have you. Shout out to moms everywhere for all the good work that you do.
Come on.
And also Riley's mom for being such a good cook. So, and I'm hoping to have dinner at Riley's when I go to SDCC in July.
Let's do it. I'm not gonna flake out. I'll pull through with it.
Well, as long as your mom's willing to have me over, then a stranger from Maryland that hopefully she's fine with that. So she'll be like, I don't know about that. But anyway. Yeah, I know, Leo. Happy to have you, Riley. And man, let's address the chat real quick before we start getting into our topics. Let's see here. Good for Health. Hey, yo, what's up, Good for Health? Lane Kramer, the ladies' man Lane. That's what I like to call him. What's up, Lane? Some guy, what's up, everyone? Ryan, Mr. Mom's Collectibles. What's up, Mr. Mom? Thanks so much, bro. Some guy, great panel tonight. The collector number 1. What's up? Hope everyone's doing great. Mike Failer with his caps button, or his exclamation point button.
Exclamations.
I know. I love Mike for that. Bruce Leon. All right. He always gives me the hard ones, bro. He's testing me. It's like Ron Burgundy. The Joker simply asks, why so serious? And the Furious Fox responds by lifting his receipt for the InArt 2-pack, saying, don't let this become the dog in your analogy, because Star Wars isn't playing. Dude, Bruce he makes these difficult to read, man. Yeah. Like he's really challenging me. And Dinesh, I always get Dinesh's name right. It's an awesome name. Dinesh channel member, Dinesh Theo Garaja. Thanks so much, Dinesh. Appreciate it.
Nice. Well done, dude.
Dude, I get that right, Mario, only because I probably fucked it up a few times, and now I always get it right. I learned how to say Dinesh's name. So appreciate you, Dinesh. Awesome, SpongeBob man. Square Balls. That's the man himself. Yeah. And then we got balls back to back. We got Hold My Balls right after.
Mine.
Yeah, a lot of balls.
A lot of balls in the chat.
Yeah, a lot of balls back to back. Blackbird Tech, what's up, Blackbird Tech? 12-inch Moose Stream. Bruce Leon. Bruce Leon literally said lots of balls back to back. I did not even see that comment. So great minds think alike. Nice. Riley himself, channel member Riley. Thanks so much, bro. Let's see. Hold My Balls is there again. Let's see. Mario, the man himself, is there. I know, right? Lots of balls.
Speaking of balls.
I know, right?
Wow.
Thule. What's up, party people? What's up, Thule? Safo. El Professor. Yep. The celeb beard god is here, bro. Blackbird Tech. Great panel. Thanks so much, bro. Avengers Level panel. Chris Santos. What's up? Primetime Reviews. The man who sent us the Loki first look photos. Love that.
Nice.
Yeah, happy about that. Calvin Williams. What's up, Calvin? How's it going, man? What's up, everyone?
Yo.
Alvin J. What's up, Alvin J? Channel member. Brandon Salad. Channel member. How many releases we thinking this week? Dude, 3? 4?
3 to 5? 3
yeah.
to 5? We'll see,
right.
man.
It's that time of year, bro. It's that time of year.
You have to wonder. Yeah.
I know. You have to wonder. You have to wonder.
Well, they definitely haven't delayed Ahsoka yet. So
no.
You don't know.
Dude, and Chrome Mando's got to be any day now. I mean, that's.
Please don't say that right now.
You do, because I'm gonna get that one, Leia. I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world. So.
No, please don't say
12
that.
12-inch Moose Stream is like you, Leia. I was gonna get that Hydra Stomper. So there you go. Yeah. Got some excitement about that piece.
Yeah.
Could we see another drop? Blackbird Tech, probably not during the show, but yeah. Dinesh said he got a delay email for Bo-Katan. Interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought
From Sideshow?
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know, but
that's sad. Yeah.
It's weird. Sideshow gets some stuff like super early, and
well,
then
a lot of stuff
not.
that they're pretty much get. That's weird though. I mean, well, I got mine through Devil's Workshop, so you already know that.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah. Well, that's where I got my Loki because it was my last order with them. So hopefully it arrives tomorrow. We'll see.
Hopefully,
fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed. All right, so guys, Leighton Richards, Batman Collectibles. What's up? I enjoyed the chat with Spec Fiction earlier. Thanks so much, bro. It was a fun one. Todd's an awesome dude. Very fun to hear his insights. The artist himself, Renz Tarantino. Let's go. Nicolio the Great and Powerful. Two Ferns. Ed. This is a tough one. Ed Renewer. I think that's right, Ed. If I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. I got Dinesh's right though, so I'm batting 1 for 2. Thanks so much, bro. Great show with Todd. Let's see. This is a really tough one. Pania Boswin? I don't know.
Pretty good.
I think that's right.
Take that.
Why do you think Chrome Mando will come out anytime before S3 hype ramps up? Is February next year? Yeah, I think just because Mando, they want to get out ASAP. I think they clearly prioritize Mando. So, and it's set to come out pretty soon, I think. So I think that's going to be one they want to, that's a big ticket for them. So I think they want to get it out. My Bo-Katan's a ship from Sideshow. Yeah, maybe it's in batches then.
Yeah.
Got delay email from Sideshow for Loki. Yeah, exactly, which is what I saw. So maybe it'll still ship in December. Maybe that's all they're saying, hopefully. But great interview with Todd. He's highly respected in the statue community. Yeah, man. Absolutely, bro. So, guys, thanks so much for the engagement in the chat. Like I said, now we're going to get started with our first topic, which is what are your top 3 Hot Toy releases of Q4 2022? And don't worry, I'm going to make your lives easy because I went through and put them all in a list before the show started.
Oh,
so yeah, let me get rid of the banner.
And now we can't see it.
Yeah, there we go. Now
exactly.
Now we're back. So I went ahead and I went through and I used Facebook as the news source, basically. So I went through, this is from September 1st through now. So Q4 2022, these are the releases that have happened, that have been released by Hot Toys so far. Not all of them came to the States. Like, for example, you'll see the Iron Man Mark V with the road base. We never really got an opportunity at that one, but technically it is still a release. So we're going to count it in here. So I wanted to ask you guys, what are your top 3 out of this list for Q4 2022 releases? And I don't even know if we realize how many releases we've had over the last 3 months, right? It's been a lot. So, and these are just the ones on Facebook that I've seen. Maybe there's one here or there that might have slipped through the cracks, but I went through before the interview with Todd and found these. So I actually want to start with Lael. So Lael, if you had to pick your top 3 releases from Hot Toys for Q4 2022, what would you say would be your top 3 out of this list?
So I'll go with my top 3. What were my top 3 most anticipated? So I definitely say Captain Carter. I know it wasn't high up on a lot of people's list, but for me it was. Echo, of course, and I would have said Boba Fett on the throne, considering the simple fact that we got that 2-pack that still trumps the throne, because that 2-pack is still amazing. The throne's decent, don't get me wrong. I'm going to slide in with the newest release, and that's the White Vision over Axe Woes even, and that's just because, like I said, I've wanted that Vision since it dropped, and can't wait to get it. So yeah, it's Captain Carter, of course, Echo, and White Vision.
Gotcha.
So that Echo, once you get that Echo piece, bro, it's I didn't realize how dope that piece was in hand.
Headscope's pretty cool.
Accessory wise, it's incredible. So yeah.
So Leo, so would you have Captain Carter at number 1 or number 3? How is that?
I would probably say Captain Carter is number 1 for me right now. For right now, and because like I said, there's and only because I enjoyed that first episode, and I wanted something different as my number 1, and something that kind of deviates away from everything else. Of course, the expectation would be for everybody to think I would say Star Wars. Of course, it's high on my list, but this. People, I mean, a lot of people shit on it, but I mean, once you get it in hand and once you get that with the Hydra Stomper and Steve Rogers, I mean, it's just going to be amazing and I can't wait, bro. So I would say that for me personally, that's number 1, definitely Echo, and that White Vision. So yeah, and that's, again, I would have said Boba Fett on the throne, but considering the simple fact that, that came shortly after we had already gotten that 2-pack, already. You know what I mean? So it was, I would definitely want to say that, especially for Q4. Didn't put, but wait a minute, did you put the arena, would we say the arena suit was Q4?
Oh yeah, the arena suit.
No, that was in July.
Was it in August?
July or August?
Yeah,
July or August. Yeah. Because there were some layout that were in August that just missed the cut that were really close.
Yeah,
I think maybe Nightmare, Batman, Superman were probably around then, something like
that.
Yeah,
it was.
There were some good ones, that were just technically
I'll stick to these three. I'll stick to these three for right.
And Captain Carter layout, I think it's because you have such a connection to that character, right? And
it's mainly because, like I said, I enjoyed that first episode. I really liked the first episode. It was unique. It was different. I liked their take on it. And again, Haley Atwell, like, she's an amazing actress. I just love the way she talks, the way she speaks. So definitely she made the character enjoyable. So I would, just that episode alone was killer. So I loved it.
Absolutely, bro. Well, Riley, what about you, man? I'll pull up the list for you again. I know the Churro Spider-Man's going to be somewhere on there, I would assume.
I don't know why you're saying that, bro. Like,
this guy.
Yes,
why would I say the Churro Spider-Man?
See,
but,
I know.
Right? Take a bite.
You just keep that churro around all the time, bro.
Yeah, it's just like here all the time.
Anytime you just have a moment,
I got like
there
backpack, like a little hoodie. I got all.
See,
but
but always flexing on us, Riley. But what are your top three, Riley, from this list?
I'd probably say, so for number 3, I think I would go with Bo-Katan as my number 3 spot, because I would be tempted to put it number 2, but I feel like the sculpt isn't like perfect, like as good as what my next pick will be. So I'd probably put it down to number 3, but I'm still like so super excited about it. But my number 2, I think I'm going to go with Doctor Strange from No Way Home, because I just love the No Way Home. Yeah, dude. I just think it's really cool. It's probably good specifically for me because I've never had a Doctor Strange, so I'm super excited for it.
Okay.
And I also love No Way Home, so I'm probably gonna get it. I know, Will, you're tempting me though. You tempted me to go to wait out for the Multiverse of Madness though, because that one's really good. So
dude, that sculpt for Multiverse of Madness
looks a lot better.
Dude,
I mean, I don't know if you can get. I could get both and swap the sculpts out. But that's a lot of money. So I don't know.
I'm wondering if the skin tones might be slightly different because the hair is different, and they change every now and then from time to time. So
yeah, but I think it'd still fit in the No Way Home.
It'd probably be fine,
But I want these mainly for like the accessory pieces, because I've seen like early reviews of it, and I just think that having that scene from No Way Home, I think it's gonna be really awesome. And you also get the box from it. I heard it's really cool. So that's one that I'd put at number 2. And number 1, Will, you guessed it, it's the Churro Spider-Man. It's a grail, bro. It's the best. I really like that figure, man. Like, even like blocking out like exclusivity or whatever, because they have the other one coming with like without the 3 accessories. You don't get the Churro, unfortunately. You don't get the Churro, but it's an amazing figure, dude. Like, the figure itself is really, really awesome. Even it's like a comic line Spider-Man, which is really cool too. So it looks like not just like your occasional Spidey. It's really awesome. I enjoy it a lot, and I just think that accessory wise, like, it's one of the best accessory figures for me. It's just a lot of cool stuff that like links to Spider-Man. So yeah, that's gonna take the number 1 spot for me.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope one, man. He's literally holding a churro and a soda can and a textbook, 2 textbooks in his hand.
I love it.
And a hoodie. Yeah, absolutely, bro. So it's a really cool one. And I remember when people were trying to get that Churro Spider-Man when it came out. It was just
they need it, bro.
I'll
sell this for 300.
300. Just the churro.
Yeah, just the churro.
Just the churro. That's the way to do it, bro. That's the way to do it. So Mario, El Professoro, Beard God. What about you, man? What are your top 3 of Q4?
Oh, man, there's a lot of Star Wars shit that's coming out, but to be honest, I've only got one on my list that I'm actually looking forward to. I mean, I'm obviously
Johnny
looking forward to all of them, but I think
Johnny Silverhand.
You know it. Where's the? Did you put in-game cap on here? The 300.
So the stealth suit one that was actually technically announced in August. So it was announced in August. It was released on Sideshow a little bit later. So I was like, it's gray. So I was like, I'm gonna barely put it out, because I thought about Mark 46 too, but that was technically announced in August too, that it was released. So I was like, I'm gonna count it as August. Yeah.
Gotcha. You know what? Going off of this list, man, I think probably number 3. I'm gonna go ahead and go Endgame Loki. That's a figure that I'm really looking forward to be honest. I mean, considering all the controversy that's going on, in which I don't necessarily agree with. I think for what it is, I think it looks fine. Could it be improved? Yeah, but it's not. I'm not mad at it. It's not a deal breaker for me personally. So I'm still looking forward to picking that up in hand. Coming in number 2, I'm gonna go with Echo, man. Yeah, with all the accessories that came out with it, the I love the head sculpt on it, man. It's really the overall design of that of the that particular outfit, man. I love it. It's so freaking amazing. And then with Hunter coming out pretty soon, I mean, I'm just so looking forward to completing this freaking team, dude. Hopefully they'll come through because they did show us everybody else, man. So they've got to release the rest of the team for pre-order, man. So absolutely looking forward to that. My number one is probably the I want to say it's the mech test Tony Stark.
Really? So, okay.
Wow.
That is a release that I think, after thinking about it, because I want to build up. I'm building up my Hall of Armor display, and I absolutely need this off to the side for this. This, along with the Mark III diorama set, yeah, that's gonna look nice. I think that's gonna look pretty nice here in the display, man. You know, and what I probably want to do is like an Iron Man 3 when they had the Mark 42 like front and center, you know, in front of the Hall of Armor 7. They want to put the Mark 85 there when he just does a snap, you know. So kind of like just shows like the overall evolution of the Iron Man suits along with Tony Stark. For me, that's what I'm envisioning in the collection. So yeah, man, I'm really you know, I like the fact that they got the you know, the dummy that was released with it along with the 2 special edition bonus parts. So yeah, I think it's a pretty badass release, man, and I'm looking forward to adding this to the collection.
Yeah, man. Well, it's pretty cool. And I wanted to share the list real quick because I just want to give an idea of like maybe what my 3 would be, because I didn't even think about it, honestly. I mean, we know Loki's number 1. Loki's clearly number 1 for me. If I'm looking at the other ones, like you said, Mario, there's probably not a lot of figures on this list that I'm going to end up getting. But as far as like ones I like the most, controversy aside, I really like the Mark V with the road base, just as a base level figure and what it looks like, not necessarily how it was rolled out. I like how that looks. So I have the Mark V regular. I'm not going to feel like I need to go back and get the road base, but that would probably be my number 3. Bo-Katan would probably be number 2. I really like that Bo-Katan. That's a really nice figure, and I don't love the head sculpt, but with the helmet on layout, I really love it.
It was tough to put it on my top 3. I wanted to. I really wanted to put it on my top 3, but it was everything else that was there that I was anticipating just as much, and ones that pushed it over the edge a bit. But it's definitely would have been number 4. Definitely would have been number 4.
Yeah, it's on there, bro. And you know, I didn't really love the Black Widow head sculpts that they showed. So those were easy passes for me. Then Doctor Strange is a good one, but we've kind of already seen that head sculpt a bunch of times.
No Captain Vaughn on this list, or am I not seeing it?
I think I put him on there. Maybe I accidentally deleted him. I remember typing him on there, so maybe I just accidentally deleted him. But Captain Vaughn is on there. No, is Captain? Yeah, because he was a release, recently.
He's just looking on, I think like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So I put him on there, Mario. Maybe I accidentally like backspace or something, but he should be on there. But was anyone going to put him in your top 3? Were you guys going to consider Captain Vaughn?
Probably not. It's too basic.
So it worked out. It worked out. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I would
Great
say.
figure, but nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Cool looking figure, but not for me. So, all right, guys. So I want to ask you a question here. This is not something I feel like we've talked about in a lot of detail, but we've talked about this line a ton, right? And this is maybe it's not a fair question because we've had a very extensive line from this because it's a TV show. You can do multiple seasons. There's a lot of different things that are going on compared to Hot Toys where they normally do one film and they might make a couple figures from that film unless it's Endgame or Infinity War or something where they're going to make 10, 15, something like that. But the Mandalorian line, I do think we have to address the possibility that this might be the best not even Star Wars, Hot Toys line ever. Because it's going to have a lot of shit. And we don't know how many seasons this show is going to run, but you're going to have a lot of opportunity to get a lot of different characters from the show. Like you're going to get Boba Fett. You're going to get, maybe Cad Bane shows up in Mando at some point and becomes a Mandalorian figure, right? That could happen. Maybe, we got Luke Skywalker showing up. We got his figure, right? There's Bo-Katan. There's Casca Reeves. There's Boba Fett. There's Mando and Grogu. There's so many, like all the troopers. This is a very extensive Moff Gideon, thorough line that's going to continue to expand as the show continues to go on, introduce and reintroduce more characters. So guys, I want to ask the question, is this possible that we could forecast this being the best Hot Toys line ever? And Mario, I kind of want to start with you because I know you're a big Star Wars guy like Leao, and we all are here. But is this something that you think could be possible? Because Mando they're making a lot of Mando shit.
It's way too subjective, man, to really say that this would be like the best line. I think definitely one of the most extensive lines that they've ever done. I haven't seen this many figures in a line, I don't think ever, to be honest. I mean, considering the New Hope line, fantastic, man. I love that line. That's probably one of my favorites right there. Alongside with the Rogue One line, being a fan of the Empire and building up troops, That was I love that freaking line, dude. But the Mandalorian, they do have some bangers in here. We're looking at this Luke Skywalker that came out. We got a couple of different versions of Mando himself. We got Little Quill coming out soon, along with the blur that just dropped. All the armor, Bo-Katan. We got Ahsoka Tano with Grogu. The list just goes on and on and on and on. I mean, not just with 6 scale, but we also got some good quarter scales that came out with it, and we also got a life size 1-to-1 that came out with it. You know, so I'm sure we're only just talking 6 scale only, but just considering like how much has actually grown, or how many figures have actually spawned, you know, from this particular show, it's definitely up there in my opinion as far as like the most expensive, you know, for sure. I think it definitely is. Yeah. As far as the best, you know, I think that's still for me personally. I mean, because it's near and dear to my heart, being an original trilogy fan, I'm gonna go with the New Hope, man. That's where my heart is at, bro. And I just can't give it up. But this is a great line. This is a really, really great line. We ended up also getting some of the Scout Troopers and the speeder bikes. That's like one of the first vehicles I believe that actually came out. Well, aside from the Bloodfin from episode 1 with the Darth Maul, but to see them expand upon it, and now, you know, there's more vehicles that are coming out along with the Clone Wars now that we're seeing. The Boba Fett on Throne, that's another one.
Yep.
Right? That was also Mandalorian. And I know later on, I think we're going to have another topic regarding some of the, if you compare the statues or not. But yeah, I think that's another great release, Bo-Katan here. I mean, the head sculpt is really controversial for some, but I think with the helmet on, it's, you know, it's fantastic. You can't beat it. But yeah, great line, great characters, great figures, and yeah, it's a tough one. It's a beast. It's a beast of a line for sure.
Yeah, it's a beast of a line, absolutely. Leo, I want to jump to you before I get to Riley on this one. Leo, what do you think, man? Could this end up being Hot Toys' best line that they've ever done?
I can't say that. I really can't, because the thing is like a lot of people might think that Endgame was the best. A lot of people might think that, you know, Justice League might have been decent. You know, that a lot of people might have actually thought that. Again, there's so many different lines that it's kind of hard to really pinpoint which is the better line at the moment. You know, even though that the reason why I say this is because even though the Mandalorian is good, you know, it's sort of like a situation whereas they're also giving us figures that we've seen a tad bit before, you know, just might be in a different iteration. Like again, Jedi Luke, you know, we definitely see a different iteration of him moving forward. So it's kind of good to see that, even though like I'm hoping that they do a little bit something different with the head sculpt, because I don't like it that much. You know, it looks too Mattel to me, but slightly with the hair. It could be the hair. It is. It's definitely the hair.
It is.
But
it's the same sculpt they're using for the Bespin one.
Yeah, it's they need it. Yeah, but again, I have to agree with Mario. New Hope is still in my it's still what made New Hope. What made it really, really special. You know, Mario can attest to this, is because seeing New Hope takes you back to the original classic figures that we got from, you know, Kenner at that time. You know what I mean? Like when they were basically released. Oh yeah. It takes you back to that, because I remember getting those figures. This line is so unique because, you know, where else are you going to basically find a 2-pack with both Han and Chewie? You know what I mean? Where are you going to get that, bro? Like, I mean, it's again, this is classic to me. It just has a classic feel, a classic vintage feel. You know, to get these figures, and for those of us who actually grew up on New Hope, you know, as far as, you know, seeing it in the theaters, growing up on Star Wars, New Hope being like your number one, seeing how the evolution of what we actually got earlier stages of the figures that we collected to this now is just something special about it. It was so unique, and they just have so many grails in that line, like literally grails in that line, bro. So I would still say New Hope, you know, but I would say that, you know, Mandalorian is up there, but it's still hard to say that where it would fall for me. You know what I mean? Like where it has great figures, you know, there's things there that like, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, New Hope takes it over the top for me right now, bro. It really does.
All of these figures are grails now.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Every single figure is grail. Like Farm Boy Luke is a grail. Han and Chewie grails. You know, the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan is a grail. Princess Leia definitely a grail. Tarkin's a grail. You know, Vader's a grail. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like it's it's kind of hard because when you look at this, it's just like it was just something special about this line, bro. It's something really, really,
and
really
it's the
special.
OG Star Wars, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first Star Wars. So it's and that's tough to top. You guys are right. So that Tarkin was A New Hope, technically, right? Like it was
40th anniversary.
Yeah. See, man, that's a tough one. That Vader and Tarkin 2-pack was really.
It's hard to basically say, again, like what would trump this right now because it's so and the simple fact that it was limited. It wasn't so much more. We wanted so much to release from this line, but they didn't. And it still basically is open door that they can go back and say, okay, we can release this figure, whatever. But that's what I think made it so special is because these pieces were just so unique for its time. So, I have to agree. I think New Hope is still that number one for me anyway.
Hey, bro, it's hard to top, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
no doubt. It gave us the only good Chewbacca that we ever got. So it's
hell yeah, and you got that comb with it too. You got the blood.
I know, right? You did. Yeah, I got the comb with
right.
it, yeah.
Hell yeah,
it was the El Professoro beard comb. So
I heard about that.
Hell yeah.
So Riley, man, what about you, man? What do you think about the Mando line? Do you think it could end up being the best line ever, or are you more partial to maybe like A New Hope or something else?
I mean, I think you're definitely onto something, Will. I mean, this line is it's crazy. Like I was right now just looking it up. I think there's like somewhere between like 30 to 34 like announced Mandalorian figures, which is crazy. Like, it's just such a huge amount.
It also has the most opportunities to be good because there's so many figures.
Right. And it's just crazy to think about. Like there's probably someone out there who has every single one, and that's just like crazy to believe to have that all on your shelf. It's gonna be pretty amazing to have all the Mandalorians there. But like you said, I think I agree with most people on the panel, though. It's more so subjective to where if you just have that certain love for that franchise or movie, because like this Mando line it's going to be special for sure. But yeah, there's other lines that are also super impressive. Like you said, subjective to me personally, like No Way Home. That's going to be one that's like what my grail display personally, because I just can't wait. Because you're having the legacy of the original films, and you got the new film out. So that to me is going to be super special to have like almost all of the figures on the shelf. So, but to other people, the Mando could be, that's their like favorite show ever. And this is going to be their grail. So like you said, it's all just subjective, but you're definitely onto something. This is definitely up there because we're going to definitely get more. Cause I think Pedro Pascal even said like, there's more surprises to come in this new season. Cause Star Wars are good at keeping stuff under wraps, dude. Cause they keep secrets.
Bro.
So we're going to see.
Especially when it comes to Mando. Like,
exactly.
No one saw Grogu coming, dude.
No, not at all.
The first drop, the world went crazy.
There
was no
episode 1 too, Mario. Nobody knew.
First episode.
That's what I'm saying. Like I always wonder that. Like it's crazy. Like with Marvel, you usually see a lot of like leaks and stuff coming, but like Star Wars, you're quiet for the most part. It's pretty interesting to think about. But yeah, like you said, there's going to be even more announcements for season 3. So it's up there to be like one of the greatest. Ever. I agree. Yeah.
It is. It definitely is. I mean, like Mario said, nobody saw Grogu coming. None of us. Season 2, I did not see Luke's coming at the end of that season.
Nah, bro.
I know. Some of us did.
There was like
the reason why I didn't is because I was like, well, would they go that route? Like, would they really want to go that route? Because they could have pulled something else. They could have just pulled. I mean, a lot of us were thinking Cal Kestis at that point. I mean, it was so many different things that we were thinking. And then when they went all in on Luke, and it's like, yo, as soon as you saw that green lightsaber, you knew it was official. You know what I mean? There was, you saw, if you see an X-wing and then you see a Jedi, come on.
You knew at that point.
At that point. But it was just how they did it because there was no prior discussions. There were a lot of speculations, like slight speculations, but the way they did it, it was incredible. You know what I mean? So again, like they brought a lot with it. Even like I would even say Bo-Katan, I would even say Ahsoka. The execution of those particular characters, spot on. You know what I mean? So again, like there was a lot. Nobody expected her to even say, "Yo, where's Grand Admiral Thrawn?" So we know now we're getting that. So again, they're bringing so many different surprises. And who knows what's going to actually come next? I'm just excited about it. Can't wait.
Yeah, and that's a good one, Leo. Thinking about that Ahsoka, man. So that's another figure that's technically Mando. So
hell yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I do hope they improved the sculpt. It's not terrible, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the shoulders make me nervous, but I prefer that honestly over seams. So I prefer. I think you're just gonna have to be careful posing this one. But I think it's Yeah, man, it's tough though. Mando's produced a lot of bangers, man.
A lot of legacy characters.
Yeah, and it's a lot of cool
Mhm.
stuff. I mean, like I said, that Luke that we're getting, I mean, that sculpt is technically accurate. I mean, to the show because it didn't look ideal in the show, and Hot Toys just made it based on that. Maybe they'll update it, but
just like it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I hope they update it to the Book of Boba Head sculpt.
Yeah,
right.
I would prefer that.
I would take that one.
That looked a lot better. Yeah, it looked a lot better. Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know. I'm interested to see. I think as of now, maybe it's too soon to tell. But Mando season 3, like someone dropped in the comments, I know about a Bo-Katan on throne. That could be a thing from season 3. You could get one of those.
The N1 Starfighter,
right? N1 Starfighter.
No. Don't go people so
I know he's
Mario's still saying it's never gonna happen.
It's not happening.
Mario's been the only one consistent though saying it's not going to happen. So if it doesn't, he's he could be right. So
man, listen.
If it does, I'll eat my words. If it does, I'll gladly eat my words. If it does.
Right now, I mean, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But they better give us a Grief Karga, man. Like, come on, man. Like, literally,
it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Yeah, especially in the season 3 outfit. That season 3 outfit. Yeah. That one looks very toyetic, and it looks.
What if they surprise Mario? What if they surprise us in season 3 and bring her back?
Dude, they could. Maybe they could.
Great.
Maybe water under the bridge. I don't know.
I hope so. I really hope so, man. Because I mean, just to see her disappear, without a trace, that would be a shame.
Yeah. How are they going to?
I think she's a great character.
Season 3, I want to see how they're going to write her out of the season if they do.
They don't have to mention her, dude. They don't have to mention her at all. So we only saw her just a couple times in season 2.
I do wonder also if Bo-Katan's going to kind of be like the villain of this season. Like I don't know if what they're going to do. Yeah, but
I don't know.
March 1st, right around the corner.
I know.
We'll see.
We'll see, man. It's so crazy. But anyway, guys, great thoughts on the Mando line. So next topic I want to address is what figures surprise you, good or bad, most in hand? More often than not, I'm willing to bet that you get a figure in hand and you're like, you know what? This is better than it looked in the photos, in the blogger photos. I would say like 90% of the time. So what I want to ask is, this can be a good or bad example. You don't have to have one or either, but I just kind of want to ask you guys, like, what figure did you get in hand? You were like, this is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Sometimes that happens. One, actually, I'll give, mine's negative, unfortunately. And the one I just showed. Some people like it. I didn't like the Moff Gideon that much. Like when I got the Moff Gideon in hand, I kind of was like, you know what? I thought this would be a little bit better than it turned out to be. Because I love Giancarlo, bro. I love Giancarlo, and I just really love his character, and I wanted a Moff Gideon, but when I got it, I was like, I just don't feel like it's there, So I was a little bit surprised. But there have been some others, like I've gotten some third-party stuff, non-Star Wars stuff, and I've just gotten in and be like, man, this actually surprised me with how that Scorpion. I keep raving about that Scorpion. I thought that was going to be pretty good. It amazed me in hand. So I think that tends to happen. But Leo, I want to start with you on this one. What figure did you get in hand and you were just like, man, this kind of blew me away or let me
this
down?
Quarter or
just in general? Any figure you got, yeah.
Which blew me away, that was okay. I want to actually say
it's tough, man, because I know a lot of stuff's better in hand. Yeah,
I'm looking around my shelf.
Okay,
Spider-Man,
I'll give a few. I'll give a few. I'll mix some of the old with some of the new. Okay. First off, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Okay, yeah, Rise of Skywalker was a bag of shit, but that Rey figure in hand is incredible.
Okay, right.
When you get that Rey figure in hand, it looks good. I love the white. I love everything about that figure. It was decent. So I mean, even Kylo Ren, that figure was dope as well too. So I'm mixing some of the old with the actual new.
Dude, those are great choices.
Okay, so here's the thing. Also, surprisingly enough, because I wasn't originally on board. I mean, if you remember, I wasn't going to get this figure in the very beginning because I'd already had one. I had Sideshow's version. I didn't really care about it, but that Snowspeeder Luke in hand is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Like that, basically that figure in hand right now, boy, is phenomenal with all the accessories, the swap outs, everything. It looks like I am looking at Mark Hamill in the flesh, bro. Like right now, like it looks incredible. I love the suit. I love the, especially like the color palette. This suit. I don't care what anybody says. It is completely accurate to the film. It is completely. I've studied it back and forth. It is completely accurate. But I think that's amazing. Moving on to like some of the new now. Again, somebody addressed it in the chat. Yo, cable in hand is good, bro. It is. When you get it in hand,
that's what I've heard.
It is. Yeah. Once you get it in hand, bro, it is good. It is not a bad looking figure at all, bro. Because the thing is, if you look, as long as you keep the shirt on and everything like that, but other than that, like it's definitely not a bad figure at all, bro. Like it's dope in hand. And another figure that's I'm gonna actually say that it's surprising that a lot of people might not say it, but I even think that Falcon and the Winter Soldier Bucky is good in hand, bro. Like once you get it in hand, the head sculpt is on point. Like it looks really good. So again, it just proves that like not everything, blogger photos sometimes don't really do it justice. You got to get it in hand to really see for yourself, you know what I mean, and how it's going to look. So, and it's all things subjective, but I mean that's what I'll definitely say. But what really trumps them all out of the ones that I've mentioned so far is that Snow Speeder Luke. Like that thing is perfection in hand, bro. It is. It's perfection. I took so many photos with that son bitch. It's pathetic, bro. But it's definitely perfection in hand. I'll say that.
Yeah. And it's a cool looking outfit, man. It is a cool Luke Skywalker. So, and it's a unique looking Luke Skywalker. So that's what I kind of like about it. So Riley, I want to jump back to you on this one. What figure surprised you most in hand? Either good or bad.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm probably gonna say I think I have like two, but the main one that really surprised me would probably be the Clone Wars Anakin, personally, because because when I got the Clone Wars Anakin, I was like, first, because I've had the Dark Side Anakin, so I knew what the original sculpt looked like for Hayden Christensen. But I was always because I was gonna get the Clone Wars Anakin because I'm a Clone Wars guy. I was always like I'm just gonna get it. It's gonna look the same as the original. I don't think there's gonna be any difference between the sculpts, but I feel like once I got the Clone Wars in hand, once I finally had it, I think it looks more like Hayden Christensen personally. Like I thought it would be the same thing. I don't know if they updated it, but yeah, when I got it, and like usually when I have people over and stuff, they really say it's like a super strong head sculpt. So that was one that surprised me. Like I was like, okay, this is one that like I need for the shelf, but it's like it's gonna be the same or whatever.
It is. It's a nice and it's clean. Yeah. Like it has so much presence in your collection, bro. It is. It's dope. I gotta.
And I wasn't always like the hugest fan of his armor, but when I had it in hand, I actually liked it even better. Like I was, it looks
so what do you mean when you had it in hand? You sold it?
No, I have it. That's right.
I was about to say, did you say when I had it?
Like, come on now, bro.
When I have it.
I was about to say,
I got it.
I got it. You got to get banned, Riley.
Because Riley been selling shit. He been on the
I know, right?
Oh my God, Leo's always calling me out.
It's true. Bro. It's true.
Another one that's kind of linked to it, which was kind of where I got my judgment more from the community, which might be divisive, is in a good way, was the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, because I know a lot of people say that they don't like his sculpt as much, but when I got it in hand, like I think it's really good personally. I know that's one where people are like, maybe it's like his mustache or something like that. Like they didn't like it that much, but I don't know. To me, it looks like Ewan McGregor. I mean, I know the newer Kenobi, that one's definitely more controversial because that's a pretty bad sculpt. But to me, this Revenge of the Sith one, I got it this year and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it because I love Revenge of the Sith, but I know people have had concerns over the sculpt, but when I had it in hand, I think it's like strong. It's not like it's not like a 9 or a 9.5, but I think it's just really good head sculpt. I think it looks like it. But that was one that I was like really more happy about because sculpted looks even better to me in hand.
Yeah. Dope. Absolutely. Hey, Will, after Mario goes, can I say one more?
Yeah,
after
bro. Go ahead now if you want. What's up?
No, because I know Mario's been waiting.
All right. We don't want to keep Beard God waiting. Beard God, bro. What is your most surprising figure in hand, man?
Surprising figure. I got a few of them, dude. I want to go with a couple that I didn't like.
Oh, really?
One of them that I got this year, I think, was a bit disappointing, was Rescue. When I got that figure in, man, I was so underwhelmed. I didn't regret it because I got that figure at a hell of a deal over from Pop Culture, dude. But 407, this figure is nowhere near worth that, man. Really? I think when they had it, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. For what it comes with, it was just such a mediocre release in my opinion, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that it was nicely done, but I think there was just so much lacking. I mean, I don't know what else they could have done to make it better, but I just think it's just way overpriced, for this thing.
So it just didn't have the presence you were hoping for. Is that what it was?
Yeah, not at all. That's probably it. Most of all, but
yeah,
man. This was a little bit of a letdown. Another one too, man, that I had in hand was the Armorer. Remember unboxing that thing? I was like, "Bro, that's
a good one
for me, man." That was such a letdown figure for me personally. I love the character. Don't get me wrong, but it just I don't know what it was. I mean, yeah, it has a single jointed elbows, man. I know a lot of us aren't really a fan of that stuff, but I think if it would have came with her with more accessories, I think it could have come with like what was it like her table and shit, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. But if it would have came with a little bit more accessories, like the same way that this Obi-Wan Deluxe, you know, came with the table that had the holograms on it. If it would have came with something like that, you know, for her workshop, I think that would have helped a little bit. But the overall figure, it's another one that's just mediocre, underwhelming, lacked a lot of presence in my opinion as well. But yeah, kind of can't but wonder if it's not really Hot Toys' fault because that's just actual design of the suit and all. But you know, but that's cool. You know, it is what it is. But as far as like what I had that like surprised me, oh my gosh, I've got so many, bro. One of my favorite ones I want to say is the Spider-Verse Miles, dude. I freaking love
everyone says that,
figure.
man.
Yeah,
everyone
bro.
says that.
Dude, I need to get that.
Shit.
As soon as I see it for
love-
20% off.
Yeah,
or
bro.
I know. I'm just
going on it.
waiting.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's worth what they're asking for, man.
Yeah.
When I got this thing in, man, I mean the fact that I can have multiple display options with this thing.
Yep.
You can easily get 3 of them.
Yep.
Easily. And maybe even 4, dude. I mean, but I really love this figure to death.
Yes.
Man. It moves so well.
Posing
It'll do whatever
wise,
you want
it
to
is
do.
one of the best posed figures
Is it? Okay.
ever.
Absolutely.
Literally.
You push this thing
I've
to
heard
its
that.
limits,
I've
man.
heard
It
that.
looks
You can.
absolutely
So the suit is fine
amazing.
to rebound and stuff.
Bro, it's one of the
okay.
best suits because it's not like the suits that you're
It's
used
fabric.
to.
It's a fabric
Yeah,
suit.
it's like a fabric suit.
okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I
Yeah,
need
so
this.
you don't-
Yeah, I gotta get this one, bro. I gotta
love
get
this
this
figure.
one, man.
I know, Riley. I think I do too because I fucking love Spider-Verse, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the new film
This
that's
is-
coming, I can't wait.
Yeah, I know.
I think this is probably my figure of the year. You know, to
Oh,
be
it's
honest.
definitely my
I
figure.
I've
love
heard a
it.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Lael.
It's
love it,
definitely,
man.
it's definitely going to be like pretty much now. I'm telling people number one of the year. You'll know this. You just got to guess the other ones, but number one of the year for me is this piece. And I told, like I was telling Mario, it is the only piece where the background I wanted to use.
Yeah,
Like, literally.
it's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
There's a picture of
nothing
that.
there's nothing in the
There we
overall
go.
package that you don't want to use in this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it makes you want to get more, like at least 2 of them, man.
Yep.
So you can just display, like I said, multiple display options, man. The only thing is that we all swapping out the shoes. You know, we all want the the more accurate, J1s, but still, man. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't look too bad, for the stock ones. But look, that photo right there in particular, man.
Yeah,
I've always loved that get up with him in the shorts with the J's, and the hoodie and the jacket. That's just that screams Spider-Verse, man. I freaking love it. I love this figure to death.
Well, that's the
man.
look
So,
I'd probably want to go with Mario when he jumps off the building. That's what I
Yeah,
really love.
definitely.
I love with the hood up off
Definitely.
the building. It's fucking
Bro.
awesome, dude.
Bro,
That's
you'll
the
love
scene
it.
right there.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
you'll
what was
definitely
another
love it.
one?
But Mario, everyone said that about this figure that has it. They're like, it's awesome.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones that are older, that I really like when I first got in hand. These 2 are not that old, but I think the Fantastic Beasts figure, Newt Scamander and the Grindelwald. Yo, so I've got those 2 figures because I picked them up just because I've never seen the movies.
Oh,
But
Fantastic Beasts figures, yeah.
aesthetically, they look freaking dope. When I got them in hand and cracked them open, I was like, these are nice. Holy shit, these translate well in figure form. The Newt Scamander came with so many accessories, dude. It poses decently, but I think it displays very, very well on the shelf. And I love them a lot, man. So these are gorgeous looking figures. I mean, they're well tailored. The sculpts are on point. The paint apps work. There's just so many layers to these things that just make them look. I really like the design of these things a lot. The Johnny Depp also, man, the Grindelwald. It's another fantastic figure for everything that comes with as well. The special editions and all. Another older one. I'll give you 2 more, man. The Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
freaking
Alita.
love that figure to death. Oh my god, that's another one that I felt like I should have got 2 of them for also.
Yeah, for the different looks. Yeah.
Yeah, just for damn it,
I'm on Amazon
I got 2
now.
more actually I want to give you, man. But yeah, the fact they gave you the rolling eyeballs on this thing, which is fantastic. It's not a GX. They gave you 2 display options you can do with her with her robotic mode or just her with all the clothes on and everything.
Yep.
And it'll do whatever you want. It'll pose to high hell and back, man. It's a great freaking figure.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
One of the other ones I'm gonna give you a grail, dude, is a Battle Damage RoboCop.
Oh,
That one I
Good,
kept
find
over the
that.
standard one, the standard diecast release, because when I'm over here kind of scaling down a little bit, I'm looking at the collection. I'm saying, okay, what else? What can I do without? And I really didn't want to do it, but having both of them on the shelf, I'm like, I can't get rid of the Battle Damage one. This thing is an absolute masterpiece, man. From the head sculpt to all of the. Now, this is what I want. This is what I like about when they do fully battle damage, not just like swap out parts here and there. It's nice when they do it, but when you get something that's fully battle damage, it's just that much more appealing, that much more appreciated, man. I mean, from front to back, top to bottom, it's a gorgeous looking figure.
Yeah. What the heck was that?
I don't know.
Was Riley watching himself? No,
no, I wasn't.
It sounded like you, dude.
And no, I think that was me. I could heard it, but
it sounded like Riley.
Weird. It was most likely watching Riley or something like that. But yeah, this one, man. This one, I love this figure to death, and I will never get rid of this one too. One more. Let me give you one more.
Give me one more.
This one was a fairly recent drop. Okay. The Arena Suit Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one in hand. So considering that one is just so basic, it's a black Boba Fett.
Right.
But it's much more. It's much more than that. It really is, man. I mean, because Riley and I both did an unboxing of ours, man, and when we both got it in hand, it's something that just looks so simplistic, and which I hear some can say is possibly boring. I highly disagree, because when you get this thing in hand and when you start posing this thing with the accessories that it comes with,
it's great accessories.
Even though it's black, but the different contrast and the the different aspects in the suit, where some of it is matted under the jumpsuit, but the gloss that's in here, it just shines, dude.
Yeah,
it's an amazing piece. I mean, with the spear, with the axe, even with the dual wielding pistols, all black. Like I mentioned, it's got some great weathering on this thing. It'll do whatever you want it to do as well. It's a gorgeous figure to have in hand itself. And this is one that I was actually really surprised on, that I really loved having more in hand than just looking at this. I mean, looking at this right now, the initial photos that dropped, I was like, this looks badass. But when having it in hand, I'm like, holy shit, this is even more badass than I thought it was going to be, man.
Yeah.
So,
I've kind of come around a little bit on this figure, Mario, because originally, when I first came out, when it first dropped, I was like, I kind of like Boba Fett's colors. I think it kind of takes the personality to make him all black like that. But the more I look at it, I'm like, this is pretty fucking cool.
Bro,
I mean,
it's a dope figure, dude.
So dope. If you have it in hand, it's so dope. And especially with the pistols and everything that he actually comes with. Like, literally, they spared no expense when they gave him everything that they actually need. It was needed. It was dope. So I definitely agree.
Yeah, bro, I've got so many more that I freaking love, dude. I'll go on for days, bro. But I gotta throw.
Mario, let me let Leo hop back in, because Leo had one more. Leo, what's your last one you want to share?
So surprisingly, well, not even surprisingly enough, because it was one that I knew I was going to get, that I needed to have in my collection. I mean, everybody knows the GOAT of my collection is you already know who that is.
So the one you're giving away.
But never giving that away. But
5,000
the one that really basically that surprised me once I got it in more so was actually the Attack of the Clones. The Attack of the Clones Yoda. Bro, that joint in hand, bro. Like, literally, when you see it in hand and you pose it and you give it that dynamic, especially because it is so amazing. Like, it's definitely an amazing piece, and it does have presence in your collection. It's a smaller piece, but still, it's like straight from the movie.
Size matters not, dude.
Yeah. If you have him, because I actually have him posed with, both Anakin, and I have him posed with Anakin, Obi-Wan, and
Ahsoka?
Not Rex, but Cody. I have him posed with Cody as well. So yeah, and it looks good, bro. I had him with Dooku for a minute, but then I moved him out of the Dooku display and I added of course Django. But man, it's definitely a dope piece to have in your collection. And one that went quick. It definitely went, but yeah, it's a sold out piece. Like, a lot of people still searching for it, but yeah, it's decent. I love it,
bro. And Leo, you just gave me a great idea, because one of the ones I think we could talk about would actually be Dooku. Because Dooku, I originally thought that head sculpt looked really good, but then when I got it in hand, I was like, Jesus, man, this head sculpt is like one of the best head sculpts I've ever seen. Like, that Dooku head sculpt is beautiful. Like, it is.
Did you sell it?
No, dude, I wouldn't sell Dooku.
Oh, okay, cool.
That dude, because Dooku is like a really popular character for me. Like, it's probably like tier 3, but that head sculpt is like a tier 1, dude. That head sculpt is like Yondu level.
Definitely,
it's so good.
Riley sold his though.
Riley better. Did he sell Dooku?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did, man. You sold.
That's 2 times you throw me out of the
Well, another one I can mention on Marvel side, because Leo, I know you remember originally, like I was kind of so on Venom, right? Venom in hand is really, really good. Venom in hand is a really badass figure. Isn't that right?
More excited. Yeah, dude, excited for Carnage.
Makes me excited for Carnage because Venom is a really dude. He's a massive figure, and Carnage is even bigger. But Venom has a lot of presence, and the material feels kind of interesting. Like it's like a very like rubbery type material, so you got to be careful posing it. But Venom is a really badass looking figure, bro. Like it's a really, maybe one day they'll make it, without any seams at all. But I don't know how you would really pose it at that point. But yeah, man, that's a really, really good one. I'm trying to think of the other ones. War Machine Mark IV, the Infinity War one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's by far the best War Machine, in my humble opinion. I love that one. I'm not owning the other ones, but I've seen them in photos, and the Mark IV is just I love War Machine Mark IV. Like,
I've owned them all, Will, and I can honestly say the Mark IV is definitely up there. But for me personally, the Mark I, guys, get it while you can.
A lot of people will say
Braille.
But the Mark I reissue. Oh yeah, it's under the tree right now. I can't open it till Christmas Day.
It's under the tree.
Yeah, it's under the tree.
It's right there under the tree. I can't open it till Christmas Day, but yeah, definitely.
Oh damn. Okay.
I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, absolutely great thoughts, guys. So many good options there. It's just there's so many figures that surprise us. What's up?
Well, what about something that you didn't like, man? Is there anything that you've had in hand and you're like,
Moff Gideon?
I said that.
Okay,
Moff Gideon. But I'm trying to think of any others, like because I've returned Moff Gideon. Because a lot of people really liked him, but I wasn't really feeling it. I'm trying to think of another one that's. Oh yeah. Riley knows this. Battle Damage Thanos. Battle Damage Thanos.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'm like the only one on planet Earth that didn't like that figure, really.
No, you're not. That's why I didn't get it.
Well, see, Leo, here was the problem, bro. And this is maybe just the practical side of me. I have to put my figures on stands because they'll fall off if not. Like when I walk through this house, like there's a little bit of shake because the floor is a little bit off in this room. So I have to put all the figures on stands. Thanos barely, if at all, fits on that stand. So like he doesn't even fit unless you put his leg up on the rock. But I don't want to put his leg up on the rock.
Yeah, it's like
I want to have him standing there.
Base,
so it's like, and also like it was a nice looking figure. But the problem, Mario, I was being a little bit unfair. Because I have the Iron Studios Thanos, and it's just superior in every way. And I was like, it's battle damage. It has different swap outs. It's a $1,200 statue versus a $350 figure. So it's not really, or $450 or whatever it was. It's not exactly fair, but I was like inevitably comparing it to that. And I was like, I don't need both. So I didn't love that figure that much personally.
I think that Queen Studios one would be the way to go, man. I think that was pretty badass. One.
Yeah, Iron Studios though, man, in hand, I can tell you with the light up gauntlet and shit, like it's really nice, man. It's really nice.
It's hard for me to basically say, bro, because I was looking around trying to. Well,
he's still looking.
Okay.
What about that Wanda layout, the one that peeled on you? That one.
It was the jacket, and that was the most disappointing part about it. But I mean, I still like the figure. I say the most disappointing figure that I have, and it's mainly because of the articulation. It was the Thor Ragnarok Thor. Literally.
Okay.
It was the most disappointing one for me because of the articulation. The legs don't move as much. It looks good. That's cool, but I wish it would have done more. And over time, maybe like it's put it this way, it's my least sought after figure right now. Still in my collection, I still like it, but it's still, and that's only because I'm a completionist. But yeah, and that was one of the reasons why I passed on, the Bro Thor or, the Fat Thor that we actually got from, because I looked at the suit. I was like, it's the damn same near suit. It's the same suit, just that it's thicker. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not doing that.
Well, another one I could say, because I saw a comment dropping about Superman, Batman, older figures, stuff like that. The DX13 Terminator. That thing is a beautiful work of art. Like that thing is just, I think it's the best Hot Toy that I've ever owned personally. That DX13 Terminator, the battle damage with it, the head sculpt, the light up, just the accessories, dude, the base. That figure is just insane.
Bro, that good. Fucking Nightmare Batman in hand is incredible.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, bro. And I've heard they bettered the jacket this time.
They did. They did. Even the black suit Superman is on point. Bro, that 2-pack is underrated. Like it is. Like it is so dope.
It could become a future Grail. It could.
It is so dope in hand, bro. Like I literally got it.
Well, we'll see what InArt does too, because InArt's going to make those probably. So they're at least going to make Superman. So so we'll see. But so maybe people will keep an eye out. But guys,
the most disappointing figure I would actually say is any sideshow figure I have.
I had to see 3PO. It wasn't too bad. I sold it, but I was waiting for the Hot Toys. So Yeah. Not the attack on clone, not the attack of the clones C3PO. I'll wait for the next one. I'll wait for the next one. But guys, great thoughts on that one. I want to ask, I know this, we can talk about this kind of briefly because I know not everyone on the panel is super familiar with this, but HBO's The Last of Us. I had to bring this up at least briefly because I'm super excited and I want other people to share my excitement with me. So The Last of Us trailer dropped yesterday. It's actually trending. It's like number 7, number 9.
Snap. I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah. So I won't show anything on this. I'll just scroll through a little bit, Mario. I won't spoil too much from the trailer for you. But This is premiering on HBO Max January the 15th, 2023. So pretty soon, about a month from now. And I'm just wondering, would any of you guys want to see any figures from this show? Because I would, right? So I'm really excited about it. And, this could be maybe a line that worst case 3-0 picks up. 3-0 seems to pick up a lot of HBO stuff like Game of Thrones. They could really grab this one. InArt, I know, is probably looking at this pretty closely. So this, I think, is going to be a very popular show. I'm a little bit of a homer, but I think this show is going to be a hit for HBO. I think it's going to be a massive success. So I think Pedro is perfect for the role. So I think he's going to be great. And maybe InArt will look at that and try to grab the license, right? Maybe Hot Toys. Doubt it, but they'll probably just stick to Star Wars and Marvel. But maybe someone will grab it. But I actually want to start with Riley, because Riley, I know you've actually played the game, right?
Yeah.
Riley, are you excited? Would you want to see any figures from this show, into figure form that would come to your collection?
It's an interesting one. I really do like the game. I don't like it in like to where it's like my top thing. Like you will. I know you love this game so much. I really did enjoy the game. Like it's up there for me, but not like one of my favorites. But judging off the trailers, like you said, like this show looks really good. Like I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait to see it. It's actually a day before my birthday, so we'll hype for that.
Oh.
And yeah. But it's cool. It's cool looking. Like they look like they've used like a lot of budget on this. It looks really good, and I'm excited for it. But the problem is I don't know where, if I did get these figures, if they did do one, where I'd put it like in my display. That's the problem. But maybe I could find some way, if this show like really does it for me, where it's like I really really do love the show, then maybe I'd consider picking up a figure. But hopefully, because I think that would be like a really missed opportunity if we don't get a company to make them, because to have like a Pedro Pascal, if InArt were to ever get it and do rooted hair, like that would be so impressive. Like that would be awesome to see. And even like these like clickers and that would be awesome to see
and
too.
The bloaters, bro.
Yep, the bloaters. Yep. It looks really good. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna wait to see my judgment till the show comes out, but I think it's gonna be a hit. It's got an amazing cast. It looks phenomenal. So I can't wait for it. But yeah, I don't know if I'd say I'd buy figures yet until maybe I'll reserve my judgment till I watch the show. But it's exciting to think about for sure.
Yeah. And Leo, I know you haven't played the game yet, but I'm hoping you're going to watch the show, right?
Yeah, I'll watch the show definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll definitely take a look at it. Because it looks interesting. It does have like its darker tones to it. It's Pedro Pascal. Why not? A host of different characters, people that I actually saw in there, even some familiar faces. I'm definitely all in on it, man. Now as far as figures though, because I don't really collect figures from Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. So definitely it wouldn't be for me, but for everybody else, I know they would be anticipating, looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm happy for everybody, especially you, Will, because I know you've been waiting for this for the longest time.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, should be dope.
Absolutely, bro. And like worst case, like I said, 3-0, but they do still some pretty good work, man. So I'd be excited for that nonetheless. So Mario, what about you, man? Would this be something you'd be interested in just watching the show or just figures?
I've always wanted something from the game itself, man, because the game is like.
Oh, so you have played the game?
Oh, dude, the first one?
Okay.
Oh my God, dude, this is my top.
The first one is
top 7 of all time.
Second one's better.
No, get out of here.
I'm
just kidding.
Can we get Abby? Can we get Abby?
No.
Statue. Come on.
Leo even knows about Abby. Leo knows.
Bro,
about Abby,
the opening cinematic.
Like basically, if you saw Abby in season 2.
I'd still.
If they did season 2, you would watch it.
I would watch.
You would like
it.
make a petition to get her.
I'd be
get
pissed.
her out.
I don't think they're going to do Abby anytime soon, but maybe.
The first game was an absolute masterpiece, man. I couldn't stop playing it. I really like got like immersed in the entire series in the game itself. The opening cinematic, dude, was so good and so tragic to see how Joel ends up. Or actually, what gets him started on his journey, man. I was like,
yep.
That got me, bro. That got me the feels, dude. I love this game to death, man. But I really haven't seen much. Well, I haven't seen this trailer yet, first and foremost. So it's kind of difficult to say, but I'm really hoping for the best. The fact that it's Pedro Pascal, dude. Yeah, I'm on board. Black Viper, Narcos, so
Narcos,
so we're good. We're good, man. Looking forward to it. So the characters alone are really what I really loved. To see Joel and Ellie, hit the road, see what they're gonna do with these characters, man. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, dude, those clickers that you mentioned, bro, just like they just give you like the chills.
I know,
dude.
bro.
It's all dark and you just hear them behind you.
Yeah, you hear that clicking sound, just like the game.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude, I would get so caught up in this damn thing, dude. I would like play in the dark. When I hear that sound, like I'd legit be like, holy shit. Because I play with surround.
Turn on the lights.
Surround on, dude. Yeah, man. A freaking
Well, that's more. I've been wanting to get a sound bar, Mario, to play more games and like Last of Us and stuff with like surround sound and yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, I still haven't played the second one yet, man. I mean, when we first met, I had just bought the Steelbook and I still haven't cracked it open yet, dude.
I mean, give it a shot. You might like it.
I need to.
It's not for me.
Regardless of what everybody's saying about it, I still need to play it, dude. Just because of so much I love the first one, I'm not really have high hopes for the second one. But I get it. I absolutely get it. But with some of these figures, maybe. Like, again, I just have to see how the show plays out, to see where it's at. But I would definitely love to see something come out. I'll be interested to see who actually gets the license and what figures come from it. So we'll see, man.
Yeah. And I think Pedro's gonna knock it out of the park, man. I think
he's gonna kill it, bro.
Yeah. Leo, originally when he was because he kind of looks like Joel. He has a look to him that's Joel-ish, but I think there was a little bit of not backlash, but people were like, they wanted like Hugh Jackman or someone that looked a little more like Joel. But dude, I actually think personality wise, he fits Joel perfectly. So I think he's going to be perfect, bro. I think Bella Ramsey's going to be perfect. People are still not really sure about her. They're like, I don't know if she's really Ellie. I think she's going to be great, bro. I think she's going to be fine. So yeah, I think she's going to be great. But anyway, guys, I'll wrap that on The Last of Us. Hopefully we get some good stuff. But I want to ask you guys a question here real quick. Why did you choose 1/6 over other scales? I mean, I know a lot of us have other things. Like we have statues, third scale, quarter scale, 10th scale, even some of us. Like we have other scales, but we primarily collect 1/6. Why is that exactly? And Riley, I want to start with you on this one. Why do you have mostly 1/6 in your collection? Like, what is it about that scale? Is it the articulation? Just so you could have more of them? What really about 1/6 appealed to you?
I think that definitely it would be like mainly for the realism personally. It's more so with the company, because I think that with Hot Toys, with the level of detail they're bringing into 6 scale, it's really impressive to me. And it was something that like I've never seen before. And once like I first saw it, I just got immediately hooked, just like most of us do when we first see them. And it's really awesome to think about. But I'd mainly say probably due to the company. I mean, Hot Toys is what really got me into 1/6, because I would have never, if it wasn't for Hot Toys, I would collect like Funko Pops, but I'd never think of like collecting like other things like figurines and stuff, other than when I saw this company and what they were producing, like with the sculpts, because I just think it's really awesome to have like those characters on your shelf. So that's mainly why I chose 1/6. I mean, and then you look at other scales that are even like larger, like 1/4 and 1/3, which I am getting a little more interested in statues. Yes, Mario's smiling. He's got me hooked.
Me too, man.
We'll see how it goes.
That J&D, Riley. That J&D
guys. Yep. We're gonna see. But it's definitely like awesome to think about. But yeah, 6 scale is always gonna be my main thing. I'm never gonna leave Hot Toys or other companies in that way too, with InArt, etc. But maybe I'll go into higher scales if Mario and Will keep enabling me, but we'll see. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, one thing, Riley, I think you made a really good point about realism, because I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people probably got into Hot Toys because it was the most realistic thing you could possibly get at the time.
Yeah,
and just because maybe they weren't like, oh, I really want 1/6. We're like, I'm just going to get the best thing I can get, and Hot Toys were it. And for a lot of people, they still are. But now there's some statues, but those things are crazy price sometimes. I mean, J&D 2,500 to 3K. I mean, Queen Studios, some of them are affordable, but most of them are 1,500 or more. So Hot Toys is pretty affordable for the realism you're getting. So I think that's kind of why I think we chose 1/6. Like you said, Riley, we more so chose the company than we did the scale.
Right? Exactly.
Like, yeah. So, but Leo, what do you think, man? Like, why did you choose 1/6? Was it posing? I'm willing to bet that's a fact.
I mean, It was, I mean, posing actually wasn't the number one for me. It was, definitely the tailoring, the art, the head sculpts itself, just the art, just as an art piece, to have an art piece and piece of nostalgia, but just being able to pose it in different poses and recreate, definitely, and it was like, and it was definitely an extension from just collecting for so many years. And having pieces in hand and, doing what we do, like, at that was the beauty of it. Like, just, it's something new, something fresh at that time. Again, first figure that I actually had in 1/6 scale form was the Kylo Ren, and that just kind of opened the doors for everything else. And I knew the direction I wanted to take. So, yeah, that's what I would say, bro. It was just mainly, like I said, just the tailoring, the art itself, and yes, of course, the articulation, because again, it's like you're able to create some of these iconic poses and iconic scenes and recreate, and yeah, that's for me, that's what made it enjoyable.
Yeah, because with posing, like you said, Leo, with the articulated figures, you can do that. Whereas a statue, it's like you got to love it how it is, because that's just
how it is. Just basically how it is. And of course, I'm gonna choose 1/6 over statues for me, and I have to be really selective about the statues that I choose. You know what I mean? And because of spacing, you with when 1/6 scale collecting, you can kind of maneuver around, but those statues, you have to know your spacing. You have to know definitely where you're gonna place these things, because you can run out of space quick. And you're like, okay, I have no room for anything else. And on top of that, like, it has to kind of fit the scheme of what you're going for, because it's not like I'm just going to actually have like a Star Wars figure next to a DC figure. It's just not going to make sense. Like, I have to have it and that's just me, I have to have it separated by genre. So,
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. Well, Mario, what about you, man? Because I know you're like me and Leo, like, and even Riley now, like, you have statues and other scales too, but what kind of made you go 1/6 over others?
Real quick, man, before I get into that, I want to go back to what Riley mentioned real quick. As far as enablement. So yesterday we were at LA Comic Con, right?
Yeah.
Second brother actually flew out, so I picked him up from LAX, and we all went over there, right? So we go to one of the booths over there that this dude from Frankenstein's, who's always, he always has all these statues that are out there, right?
Yeah.
We're walking around, and he got more statues that are out there, and I'm walking around with Calvin, and then we turn the corner, and then we see second brother just staring at this Batman piece.
Oh my god!
It's the 1/3 scale.
Oh my god!
It's a 1/3 scale. What was it? I think it's the Grim Knight. The Grim Knight that just came out.
Yeah,
they had that one on display, and he's like, "Bro, I don't collect statues, but I have to have this." Man. I was like, "Got him! Freaking got him, dude!" So he calls his wife. He's like, "Look at this the price." Yeah, and she completely understood why it was that much, and she was like, "Yeah, so where are you gonna put it? Where are you gonna get it? When are you gonna get it? And where are you gonna put it?" So he's like, "Bro, it's only a matter of time before I get this piece." I'm like, "Oh my god, my dude, man." So
respect, yeah.
So yeah, second brother, got you, man.
Shout out to you, bro.
For you, man.
Oh my god.
Again, I'm in the same boat with Riley. It was just it wasn't so much a skill, but it was just the absolute realism in the company. Because I was never much a fan of I would call them 12-inch figures back in the day. Because back when, Lale, you can attest to this, is that when we got some of these Kenner figures, they were just giant dolls.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they were all the outfits were just all, it looked bad. It
did,
bad,
but
man.
we just loved it for what it was.
Yeah,
because it was cool. They were just giant figures, man.
Yeah, it was saggy and it was
like all the clothing was poofy, man. Nothing just looked right. But when we saw something like this, like a company like Hot Toys, right? Take this thing like real seriously, right? And perfect the art of it.
Hell yeah.
They look like little mini freaking people, dude. And it's absolutely amazing.
Bro.
The artistry for the head sculpts, man, to the tailoring, it just, because of the realism that they've, I'm gonna say they perfected pretty much. And they're still working on it. But I mean, for a lot of the figures that have been perfected, that's why I collect, I just want to say Hot Toys in general.
Yeah.
I can't say 1/6, but I got that one. Star Wars license came out. I was like, I'm in trouble. Got all the New Hope figures when they came out, and I just, it's been ever since, But when I got my statues though, bro, first started off with 1/5. I'm like, this is cool. But when I got that 1/3 Batman Prime 1, I was like,
that's how you never go back, bro. I mean, like you always have the 1/6 place in your heart, but those statues, bro, they got some presence.
It's like, man, 1/3 scale has got me, man. When I had the opportunity to pick up the 1/3 Vader that's out there, it's a custom piece, but it's beautiful, dude. I've seen it on display. I freaking want it. I don't want to but I want it. Man.
I want it.
You got to do
third scale, bro, is a different beast, man. And I just got Lael, you got to mind your space, you got to mind your budget, and you really got to know what you want. When it comes to third scale.
That's why I am not dipping. I'm not doing it. I stay in my lane. Like I said, anything quarter scale, anything 1/6. And the thing is with the statues, again, like very, very, very selective. Like I'm not, again, like, I think like even with the figures, because here's the thing, bro, like, and this might, bend on a lot of people. I canceled that, that Vader, bro. I did.
Oh, the Mythos one?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, bro. Because I had to really think long term. Reason being is long term, but then I had to also think about spacing and maneuvering and moving. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, eventually we're going to move from here. You know what I mean? But it's just I had to really, really double down on spacing.
He says this. Let me tell you the reason why. Let me tell you the real reason why.
Okay.
Because the edition size is freaking 11,000.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Between the exclusive and the regular one. That Vader's going to sit. You'll have plenty of
it's
time
going
to get
sit for a while.
It's
the only one that I still basically. Yeah, I know, right? And the only one that I still have on pre-order right now is the Ahsoka. And that's because like I was mesmerized by that piece.
That's a good one.
I was mesmerized at that piece of Celebration, bro. I asked Mario, but I was stuck there for a little bit. I could not.
I was mesmerized.
I couldn't move. Like I was.
And I were staring at it too, man.
Yeah, it was just. It was so beautiful, bro. And I was like, I cannot. But so that's the only one. But like I mean, with that Vader, I had to. It's just mainly like again. I'm eventually if it goes on, which it's going to go on sale, bro. But But the thing is, it's definitely going to go on sale now, and then I'll pick it up. But it's just being very, very selective in certain things that kind of trump. And then I'm like, all right. But 6 scale, it's just the beauty of it, bro. It's just it's just the beauty of it, and it's like how beautiful the piece is, man. So
yeah. But let me also say, Will, is that my heart is still with 3.75 vintage collection.
I know, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, bro.
Started,
yeah,
I can't.
You can't, bro. I missed. You know what? And I missed. Mario, actually, to be quite honest, I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because I'm missing how you had it displayed on your wall.
Yeah,
I was mad.
I missed that, bro. I
needed the room, dude, so I could just display just the vintage collection, man.
Yeah, I was just looking at like I remember every time you be on the show, I'm like, I'm talking to Mario, but I'm not looking at Mario because I'm looking around the room. Like literally, I'm just looking at the room, and I'm pretty sure, like I'm like most of the times they probably ask me a question, I'm like, yeah, Mario. I'm just looking around. Like it was so amazing, bro. Like it takes you back, bro. You'll never, and I'm with you, bro, because you'll never get beyond that scale. Like you can't, because that's what started it all.
That's what started it all. Exactly.
Yeah, from day one.
Roots, man.
Exactly. I get you, bro. I agree.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, guys, well, great thoughts on that one. For me, it was the same reason, like kind of what Riley said. Like, I went to Hot Toys originally because of the realism. And like I said, I was picking more so the company than I was the scale. I was like, this thing is bomb as shit. It's amazing. It's realistic. It's just incredible. And I'm just still stuck with them because I have mostly 1/6, and Hot Toys keeps making really good stuff. So I mean, if you want the most realistic, accurate portrayal of a character, I mean, there's some really great statues out there now. They're fantastic, but Hot Toys is really hard to ignore, man. They're good enough that you cannot ignore them if you want to collect. So and InArt's really coming into the game, proving hopefully with some recent releases. I mean, at least with prototypes, they're showing that they can't be ignored either. So 1/6 has some really good options. Even 3-0, the Jamie Lannister, I love it. So
Tactical Jackal, man, he said that he wants that 1/3 Prime 1 Jungle Hunter Predator.
Oh, dude, that thing's like 3K though, isn't it? It's real big.
It's well worth it, I'm sure.
Well, that water, dude, the water they painted on that. Yeah,
crazy.
that thing's dope.
Yeah.
That's the OG. Isn't it the OG Predator, Mario? It's the OG Predator,
What's
right?
that?
It's the OG Predator, isn't it, from Predator 1?
OG. Yeah, it's the OG Predator from the first one,
Yeah, dude, that's
dope. I think Dante went in on that too, man. So
did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to
well, dude, I hope,
man.
Mario, that I hope Hot Toys makes the Predator from Prey. It's just overdue, man. We need
It Yeah, that's the missed opportunity if they don't capitalize on that, because there's a lot of Predator fans that are out there, man, and I hear that a lot as far as that particular Predator that people want to see. So,
bro, I literally want that Predator from Prey, bro.
Yeah,
I do.
Me too. I'm telling you, man, Leo, it would sell. I think it would sell.
It would. I want that motherfucker so bad, but I hope they give us a statue with him, with that version, and her with it, and like if they give. Like it would be such a dope. And the dog, oh come on,
yeah, the dog too.
That'd be cool.
I was so worried about that damn dog, dude.
Right?
I know, me too. The whole time. I was like, they better not kill this damn dog.
Don't kill that dog, bro.
They were smart. They knew better. They were like, nah.
Hell yeah. That was dope.
The bear, I was like, no, I couldn't watch. Yeah,
right.
Bear, dude.
Yeah. All right. So we got time for one more topic, and I think the one we want to talk about is this. This is kind of like something I've been doing, kind of pick a side type deal. So less characters and higher quality versus more characters and lesser quality. I think this is something that we've inevitably seen with Hot Toys in recent times. And I think this is in large part layout due to streaming. I think streaming has created a lot of content that's being put out and a lot of characters that thus need to be made into figure form. So I think that's what's caused Hot Toys maybe to have a slight drop in quality, if not significant drop, because they're producing so many more characters now. So Leia, I'll start with you, but the way I kind of want to phrase this is, for example, you would get some more higher quality figures, but you're probably not getting a Casca Reeves. You're not getting Axe Wolves, right? You're not getting Kate Bishop, probably. You're not getting even maybe Sylvie, right? They're probably only going to do Loki from that show if they cut their load back, right? So that's probably the stuff that I'm talking about. You might get higher quality, but you're not going to get as much diversity in terms of figures. You know what I mean?
Don't you think?
What'd you say?
I said they'd probably be in pain if they cut their load back, bro.
Well, I guess it could be that too.
That's like painful. The first. I've never heard him say a joke like that ever, man. Wow.
Well, Leal, he's in a rare mood tonight. Leal, dude, fill us in your thoughts, man.
But so but no, listen. I think no.
Over years, dude.
I agree, bro. Like I think less is here's the thing, like if you look at it, bro, it's like we know that they are capable of doing both, of giving us more characters with higher quality. We know that I think that they just overshoot at some point when it comes to they see,
you're a fucking roll, bro.
Like listen, like I think what they basically do is I don't know, bro. It's like they set a level of they set expectations. They give us these things and they set a certain level of expectations that they can't achieve themselves. Like sometimes the bar is extremely high. But I mean, if I had to sacrifice less for higher quality, I would do so because they've proven that they can do it. I mean, listen, we love New Hope because it was lesser quality. It was less characters, even though there were so many other characters that we wanted, but we got quality in New Hope. Like we definitely did, in my opinion, we did. So, now that we're getting, now that we're actually getting Mandalorian and, we're getting so many Marvel figures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like there's so many dropping in the button. You're right. You hit it right on the nose. Streaming has pushed this button because when we didn't have streaming, bro, when there were no streaming shows, we didn't have these many delays. We didn't run into like lesser quality because they took time to do what it is that they needed to do. You know what I mean? Like there were no issues at that point. Once we got Disney Plus, once basically we got, HBO Max and we're starting getting more and, everything that's actually out there. And they started really concentrating on, satisfying that audience and individuals who watch that. And again, Disney, putting their hands around somebody's neck is like, yo, we want you to put these figures out, like literally, exactly, or we have to market these things. Other companies that are doing it, I think they just got really, really, really overwhelmed. And right now, that's where they're sitting at. You know what I mean? Case in point, I'm sorry, Will, but that Loki right now, it could have been higher quality, bro. It could have been. You know what I mean? Because we know that they're capable of doing that. You shouldn't have to. When you come to a figure like that, you shouldn't have to say, as long as the helmet is on, it's better. Like you shouldn't have to have those conversations. It should be both ways. You know what I mean? So again, if I have to sacrifice
both ways, you said.
See, I didn't say. Now he's starting.
I didn't say
it's all good,
right?
Hey, we're already demonetized, so it's fine.
But no, if I have to sacrifice lesser quality, lesser characters for higher quality, then so be it. I mean, if they need to cut back, then do it and just take your time and really focus in on doing things the right way. You know what I mean? So That's where I'm at.
Yeah, and it's a tough one, man. It really is. It really is. And Mario, I want to jump to you next on this one. What do you think, man? Would you sacrifice the amount of characters we're getting for maybe a little bit more higher quality for the characters we do actually get? You probably only get more main characters, right?
Absolutely, man. I absolutely would just because of that fact. I've always been on the idea about it may not look like it, but I think that less is more when displayed properly. I just want to give a shout out real quick to Matt over there at Rogue 16 because he's like one of the collectors that I've seen that is really selective about. I mean, he's a Star Wars collector, granted, but a lot of the stuff that he gets is like really selective. You got different props, you got different statues, but it doesn't look cluttered. His display is clean, bro.
Yeah,
and that just capitalizes the fact that less can be more. So the fact that if we do get these lesser or less characters with higher quality, I'm going to want to see more of these, these A-list characters, right? It'll absolutely weed out, some of the characters that, most of us probably wouldn't get for us that are completionists, right? Because I can tell you right now, the Mandalorian, if I wasn't really completionist for Star Wars, I probably wouldn't pick it up.
right.
I'd probably pick up a figure or two, but I wouldn't like go after it the way that I am. I think it would also make a lot more collections a little bit more unique in a sense. I don't think because not everybody's going to want some of these figures also. They're just going to wait at the times where hopefully they'll see their character that they want to be actually, done and released, but higher quality also equals higher prices. So that's another thing that we also have to consider. Are we willing to shell out that kind of money to get, these higher quality figures? Which I think there's definitely a cap there. I mean, if we see these higher quality figures, I mean, we say that now, but then we get InArt shit, right?
Yeah. Right, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just that I don't think that we all want to see this, as a norm. But I think actually InArt might be. God, I hate bringing up InArt sometimes. I think that they're the actual example of the less characters and higher quality.
Yeah.
Right now, granted, they're just coming out the bat right now, coming out the gate, but. They are specific about just certain characters, but the quality seems to be up there, for mostly everything except the what was it, the 2022 Batman? They can go forget that, dude.
Oh yeah, they're gonna say Aragorn.
Sorry, Riley.
Get out of here, dude.
Well, other than that, man, I mean, I think they're the ones that are leading by example. If granted this is only their first year, they are releasing a lot, but if they can show that kind of diversity of whatever figures they're releasing and just keep that quality to a higher standard, I think they can be the example of this topic.
Yeah.
So.
Darth Drez says something too out there that he said, lockdowns are to blame as well.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. It definitely, because they're still experiencing that over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
totally.
yeah.
It's a thing, bro. Absolutely. Well, Riley, what about you, man, to round out this discussion? What do you think? Would you sacrifice the amount of characters we're getting for maybe higher quality for the main characters and maybe get some supporting ones that are popular too?
Yeah. So, okay, listen. First of all, Mario, Mario, I'm gonna call you out for just a second because
you insulted the Batman, Mario.
I think you're kind of full of shit for something.
Mario made a mistake calling out the Batman.
No. But at the beginning of the show, I correct me if I'm wrong, but you said you want the whole Bad Batch completed, right? You want the whole line, right?
Of course I do.
That's what I'm saying. But you just said you want less characters.
Yeah.
So,
no. If we get the higher quality, if this was a thing, less is more.
It's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's different now.
I totally would. If I
Riley.
wasn't in this mindset, this completion mindset that I have, dude, like I said, I probably wouldn't get them. I probably wouldn't. If I had to be more selective, no, I probably wouldn't.
Well, yeah, because they probably wouldn't do like Captain Vaughn, for example.
Right.
Riley, you my bro. All day. You like my little brother, but I have to go in the defense of Mario because I'm gonna say this though. We're getting the Bad Batch figures. If we get just them and don't get anyone else from that, because remember, there's other characters. There's other again, Rex is supposed to be on the show as well. If we don't get that, we already have that version, so it doesn't really matter. But there, if they don't, say for instance, if they don't give us Omega. If they decide not to give us that figure, if they decide not to give us any of the Caminos, whatever,
Kaminoans.
Kaminoans, if they decide not to give us those any more clones, or any more, troopers or whatever, if they decide not to do that and they stick with just those particular characters, I would say that's fine, because it's almost the same amount of figures that you would have actually gotten even from the New Hope line. It was limited. It wasn't a lot. Right. As long as they can stick to that, nail them, and just be done with it at that point. If we get, like, say for instance, if we get those figures, right, knowing that there's a season 2 drop and they just decide not to release those figures anymore, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Okay. Just to complete that line. You feel me?
Yeah. No, I was just
that's dope.
Mario, but no, that was funny. That's dope. But yeah, I'm kind of on both. I don't know, man. This is tough for me because
it's tough.
Yeah, I do want like higher quality, but at the same time, there is like certain movies and certain franchises where I feel like you kind of like need to have a set line of figures, and there's a lot of figures that you need from that. Like, for example, the perfect one would be like No Way Home to me. Like, I wouldn't want just the heroes and then no villains made. Like I would want all of them. Yeah. But if you do all of them, you're looking at like I think 9 or 8 figures, which is a lot. So that's why it's kind of tricky for me. But do I want more characters? But at the same time, you're getting that lesser quality. Like, do I want that Doc Ock head sculpt they showed? Probably not. I want that. Yeah, I want that updated. But maybe they like you guys have been talking about. They felt like they kind of had to rush it out. They weren't really thinking as properly because of the scale of how big the line is. So it's interesting to think about. But at the end of the day, I'd probably say more characters, but lesser quality to a certain extent. Like to the fact where most Hot Toys the actual tailoring and everything. What's funny?
Leo just dropped a bomb in the chat.
Oh my god, what did he say?
It's true. He said,
"Oh my god, I
just saw the stick on his feet." Yeah, man. Well, that's like half the show, Leo. He's right under there, just like
Leo's always just dropping the comments.
I know, but Leo loves feet more than anybody. He don't let him fool you.
The hell I do.
Yeah, he does, bro. He's a feet guy.
Oh my god.
Hell
as much as you despise him, man, you sure talk about him a lot.
Yeah,
it's true.
Because Will's always talking about him on his show, man.
I mean, we should have a topic dedicated to feet.
Hell no.
Hey, my feet are here, so if anyone drops super chat.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Not again.
We good.
If drops a super chat.
Please no. We're all checked out there.
I made a clip last time. I made a clip out of it. So
Oh yeah. It went viral.
Yeah, it did. It went
viral. What the hell was on the bottom
of
your foot, dude? Did you ever get that checked out?
I think it was
like
just
you stepped on a nail.
It was the lighting, bro. It was the lighting.
Oh my god! All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it was a blogger pic, so
yeah. It was a blogger pic.
Wasn't the best lighting.
You have to get it in hand.
Exactly. You got to get the foot in hand. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So lesser quality to a certain extent. Like, I would want as long as the head sculpt's good and like the tailoring's good, which it usually is with Hot Toys. We'll have those like occasional ones that aren't as good, but the fact that I think I'd rather want more characters, but like you said, not to this sense where we need background characters and etc., but more so your main characters from a film, like I said for No Way Home, your heroes and villains. Less characters. I don't know if that would fall into that loop because it's 8 characters from No Way Home, but I think I'd more so be on the more characters. But like I said, the quality to a certain extent, you don't want the sculpt to be a huge miss or something, because that's pretty much the 80% of the reason why we're buying Hot Toys for the head sculpt. But yeah, it's interesting to think about.
Yeah, right. But it's not just the sculpt and the tailoring, but consider the materials too, man. I mean, do you really want to invest in something that's going to degrade in a few years?
That's true.
If you have the opportunity for them to pick up genuine high end parts that will actually last,
it's a good point.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Because my battle damage Terminator is even more battle damage because that damn freaking jacket, man, is
right. Then you got to replace the jacket.
Now,
yeah. Well, Mario, imagine a real leather Darth Vader or something. You know,
bro. I'll be all in. I'll be
I mean, it would cost you. It might cost say 300. Bump that up to 450 or 500. But
people would still buy it.
I just think that again, they just it's Hot Toys, bro. It is, and I think that sometimes themselves, man, they sometimes they blatantly cut corners on certain things, and they can't we can say less characters, higher quality, but even if we get lesser characters, we still don't get the higher quality. So it is a catch-22. So I'm with Riley. It's rough. You know what I mean? We want less. I mean, we want higher quality, and we would love to basically have the volume match, but it's just that again, but here's the thing: is we see this level of attention that InArt is giving their figures right now, but like we've been saying, what if it picks up? What if they start picking up on volumes and getting more licensing and stuff like that? And again, right now we still have to wait because it is December. I don't know if we're gonna get that Joker by in this month. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me remind you real quick. They mentioned that the Joker would come out, if anything, because the States isn't approved to receive that Joker, right? So I think as long as it comes out overseas where it's supposed to come out, I think they'll kept their promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
That we haven't gotten it yet. That doesn't mean shit, dude.
Yeah. Well, I got mine from Kit, so hopefully he'll get it quickly and ship it. So.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. But yeah, man, it'll be good. So. But anyway, guys, great thoughts on that one. Let's address this super chat before we wrap things up. Mr. Superior Displays, thanks so much, bro. Less characters by Hot Toys because third party are stepping it up every day. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Third party are stepping up. And InArt, I mean, prototypes are performing pretty well. We'll see if the finals come out that good. We'll see. And, even some other companies like what people have really loved, that Asmus Gandalf, right? So people have really taken to that one really nicely. And, I have some third-party stuff. The head sculpts usually aren't Hot Toys level, but So-So's been doing a pretty damn good job. Not every figure is absolute Hot Toys level, but like the classic Loki, for example, and the Kingpin, both really good figures. So
amazing.
So they're doing some pretty good work over there. So yeah, I'm 3-0. Like I saw that in the chat, absolutely. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining this evening, and thanks to this Avengers level panel for making the show awesome. Mr. El Professoro, Beard God, what's coming up, bro, on your channel? What unboxing are you doing next that I need to be there for? That Danny unboxing, dude. I'm just glad that you got it to fucking work and sit together.
Man. Damn, dude. Shit. I don't have anything really coming in, bro. But I mean, the last thing I got were Revan and Malik. I haven't had a chance to unbox those yet.
Oh, dude.
So I will eventually. I'll see if I can actually put something together before the end of the year for that. So stay tuned, man. What do we got? We got Scoundrels is next week or 2 weeks, right, Leo?
Yeah, we got the next year.
Okay, we got it. Okay. So I think I'll be hosting that in a couple of weeks. LW on my channel next Friday night. So that's always a blast. Nice. We'll see what happens during the week, and then we'll report back. What we got, and I just want to say good night to Mike Failer real quick. He says he's got a dip, so just peace out, brother.
Peace out.
But yeah, man, just and then after that, Saturday we got Tales from the Dark Side, always with Anthony. We're talking stuff behind the scenes, what we want to do. There's some giveaways coming up and stuff, and interesting stuff, man. So that's gonna be fun over there with Cisco Mafia. And as always, bro, thanks for having me on, man. It's always a blast hanging out and chatting, chopping it up with y'all. So thanks for having me, bro.
Always love having you, man. Always a spot for you, Beard God, El Professoro. So appreciate it, bro. Well, Lael, dude, thanks as always for joining every week, man. Always love having you here. Like, what's coming up on the channel, dude?
Let's see what we got. Tomorrow's comic book talk with friends, of course. We have Say What Wednesday, so depending on, and I like having it on Wednesdays because then I get an early start to find out what's going to be released, so I can have some type of conversation that just kind of filtered around that. But then last week it didn't bowl well because they released something every damn day. You know what I mean? So they kind of like, yeah, we're gonna get you this week, motherfucker. So I was like, okay. They did. So that, and then we have, of course, Figure Flex Friday. Collectors Lounge International will be back, I believe, possibly next Sunday. There's some retooling that's going on right now, but it'll possibly be back next Sunday. And then that's it. And I can't, like I said, I'll put out the promo, or actually I'm gonna start pushing good for the promo for the return of you already know what it is, man. I cannot wait. Take your position on the 8th of January. So I definitely can't wait for that new intro video, all that coming through. So yeah, I'm excited, bro. Definitely excited for that.
Yeah, man. Well, excited to see all that too. You and El Professor got some great content, so I'm excited to see all that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Really definitely, man.
And Riley reviews Naughty BJ's this evening, actually on Collectors Mingle.
The human party.
So, I know
exactly.
He is the human party.
He is the human party.
Riley, bro. What's coming up on Riley Reviews, man? I know you're doing a lot of awesome shorts over there.
Yeah, dude. We've just been pumping out the shorts right now, and I want to just give a special shout out to everyone because we actually are at 912 subs. We breached 900 subs mark. We're almost at that 1K mark.
Man, dude.
We're trying to get that by Christmas, bro. We're gonna see if it happens. We're gonna do some huge giveaways as well. So I'm super excited and just so thankful for the community. I mean, I joined in this January, so it's crazy to believe this year how much the channel has just grown with you guys. So thank you so much. And thank you, Will, for the invite. Of course, I'm always love being on the show. You got some great philosophical topics as always. Yeah, great stuff. And on my channel, right now I've just been posting those YouTube shorts. We're gonna be doing probably a stream this week. I haven't streamed in a while, so it's gonna be nice to come back, be refreshing, do a show. We'll see who's on that one. Yeah, maybe the return. KG was here last week, so maybe we'll see. We'll talk to him.
Yeah, he's got a beard now. He's too big time for
dude. For real, he's working on Willy Wonka. It's crazy.
Yep, he's too big time for us now.
Yeah,
exactly. But again, guys, thank you so much. It's been an amazing year, and I'm excited for the next. I've got a lot of content ideas coming out this month and next month, so I'm so excited for the future. So yeah, let's go, guys.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm excited for it. Also, guys, we're closing in on the end of the year, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
We're that close to Christmas and the end of the year, man. It's
really
December. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's like
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to the. Here's the thing: is like I can't wait to the end of the year, but I can because I just want this month to just go steadily. Christmas, full fledged right now. But like I said, the first of the new year, I'm taking a vacation, so I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm taking a vacation for. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just taking a vacation for.
Oh,
work.
it's like a staycation.
Yeah, like
nice.
I've done those. Yeah. It's really nice just to kind of relax and unwind.
That's all you need, man. It's sit back, read some books, get caught up on everything, put out these damn videos. You already know what time it is. I'm ready to go.
Hell yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for joining every Sunday. Collectors Mingle 8 p.m. Eastern. We have Lights Camera Collect every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm on Lael's show every Wednesday at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Say what? And yeah, man, there's a Maji Space giveaway that we're going to do when we hit 6K. We're closing in. Nice. We're like 59, a little over 5,900. I did an interview with Todd from Spec Fiction today. If you guys didn't see that, that is up on the channel. I did a Last of Us trailer reaction. I knew I was going to get copyright claimed for that, but I was like, it's fine. Let's just do one nonetheless. So I did it. And yeah, there'll be another collection tour. I'm trying to do a collection tour reaction. I'm trying to do one of those a week. I will do my own collection tour when I get the Maji Spaces, hopefully in April. So we will see. Dude. And other than that, guys, all I can say is thanks so much for the support and for watching the show and, engaging in the chat. We always love hearing from you. And of course, this Avengers level panel, thank you to all of you for joining and being awesome and just being amazing collectors. Yeah. And even Riley. So yeah, wow. we love Riley. Anyway, guys, peace out. Bye. I'm going to dig myself my own grave. Bye.